like I have our list that we talked about last week, but if you just wanna stop and ask follow-up questions as we're talking, let's do that, make it a whole conversation. Okay, so first, after all that, let's talk about what is a facilitation success story that you've had, and also like a really, like a scare story or a challenging story, or you don't have to have both, but like just think about that and share with us.
Okay, I don't know. Did you put your finger in your nose? Okay, so one of my, I guess, most challenging was with, they're two guys, right? And they're not both in the same group, but they're kind of the same guy. So when I was talking to parents at Indiana Youth Group, we had a lot of foster parents come too, because there are a lot of youth in the foster system that identify as LGBTQ, and so we were able to get in contact with a lot of parents so that they could be more accepting of their foster youth also. So there were these two particular gentlemen on two different Saturdays, but they were basically saying the same thing. And because I don't remember a time, like even as a child, I don't remember a time not being an ally. I have a hard time sometimes with the opposition, but it also fires me up, but I have to remember to stay cool and professional and not get the way I want to get. And so, because it also pushes them away, and that's the last thing I want. I want them to get to a place of acceptance, but if I can't accept them where they are, then they're not gonna hear me from where I am. So, there's the beginning part of the program where I talk about offensive names. And this one particular father said, well, if that's how they're acting, why shouldn't I call them that? And that was so ludicrous to me that I couldn't understand the question. So I asked him to repeat it, and he said, if they're acting like an F word, then why can't I call them that? And I said, because you don't call people that. And so I had to sort of almost break it down to the basic of how do we treat people? We treat people the way we want to be treated. I had to kind of get it down to the basics, but then I let him talk and I let him speak, and like from his heart, you know what I mean? Not just chat because you're not wasting my time. But if you're gonna go deep, I'm gonna go deep with you, because we're gonna fix this thing. And basically he was talking about a situation in his life where he felt like he was being hit on, and he felt like it was saying something about his masculinity. And basically he was feeling emotional about his masculinity being questioned. And so once I was able to tell him that nobody's thinking about his masculinity, and mostly they're just doing it to mess with you, and all you're doing is getting upset and you're giving them what they want. I was like, you're talking about some playground stuff. But I was able to hear him and just be quiet and listen, and then respond to the actual things that he was saying.